talking to Charlie the Cannibal Campbell. Charlie, how's it going today?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Thank you.
And just congrats on that flesh-eating win over at Bellator 262 last weekend. How's everything feeling after the win?
Really good, man. I'm, blessed to have came out of there pretty unscathed. A few scratches on my knees and stuff, but that's a joke compared to the stuff I've endured in previous fights, especially my most recent ones before that. So coming out there with a few scratches is like a blessing. You know what I mean? Thanks for asking.
And first things first, I wanted to talk about your contract. Did you end up getting it? Like, have you been in negotiations with Bellator to get that contract?
We're not even 60 seconds into this interview, and that's that's so funny. We're talking, man. We're talking. There's nothing I can disclose at the moment.
Got it, got it. And I want to talk about your diet. Your nickname's Cannibal for a reason. When did you eat your first human body?
So it's like asking me when my first fight was, I guess. Is that kind of yeah, I had a kickboxing fight, an amateur kickboxing fight in I'd say it's like the summer. No, it was September of like 2012. And I haven't stopped since, but yeah, no, it was 2011. And yeah, that was my first victim.
Awesome. And I want to talk about marketability as well. Tony Ferguson has his sunglasses that are iconic. Habib has his little, wig. Then you have your yellow bandana. Then you have your like samurai ninja mask. So like, what's the story behind you wearing those?
I honestly I can't even explain where it started. Something about the color yellow, it always popped to me. I feel like if I could stand out over the others and just my image, alone, aside from my abilities, if I could find ways to have people, see a color and think of me, then, why not, so I didn't see many fighters on the regional scene of like amateur shows wearing like, it was always typical like red or shorts or blue shorts, or everyone's wearing black shorts. I'm like, I don't really see anyone wearing yellow shorts. I mean, the Hayabusa ones I was wearing for my previous fights, they've been making that short in black and yellow for a while. They actually don't manufacture it anymore. But I said, you know what, when I get back into fighting, I'm definitely going to rock yellow. It's something about it, man. And my mom was always a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, the NFL football team. And they were always yellow and black. And I was not a fan of them. Like she'd be watching, and if my team was playing them, I didn't like the Steelers, but I will credit their uniforms. Everyone was always, giving compliments on their look.
For sure, for sure. It definitely reminds me of Anderson Silva or like Rocky Balboa in the movies, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just taken a liking to it, and now people are familiarizing the color with me, which is great for branding.
I want to talk about our talk at the post-fight presser. You said that you would need a half an hour and then a gallon of water for your next fight. So like, I guess moving forward, is being in like a one night tournament like something that interests you in the future?
Hell yeah, I think that's what it's all about, because it would push guys to look for the finish even more, their first bout in the bracket. You know what I mean? So because they don't want to be in there much longer, they've got to conserve themselves, if you will. But I totally, man, I would so do that, man. I feel like that's what it's all about, is like the ultimate test. I mean, you don't even know who you're fighting in the second round. You shouldn't even be thinking about it, really. You got to deal with one guy first. You got to get him out as fast as you can. And I'm all about looking for the finish and trying to turn it on at all times. I think your original question at the presser was, when is anyone going to see me against a top 10 opponent? And yeah, I was just making an example of the fact that, I felt great at that moment. Yeah, a gallon of water in a half hour is all I really would need. But, stylistically and technically with the matchmaking, just send the contract, dude. Just say his fucking name, dude. I really don't care.
hmm And you have incredible leg kicks too. Like, who can you credit that to? Like, what coaches helped you get those incredible leg kicks of yours?
Well, I feel like the technique is shown across many academies, but Ray Longo and Eric Heyer, they've been working with me for a while now. I started Muay Thai kickboxing when I was about 13 years old, but thank God I joined the team I'm with now in about was 2000 and I want to say 2017 or 18, and they've taken my game to the next level. Those two, and my striking's developed so much over the last few years. It gets better every time I'm around them. Aside from it, though, I brought up even in the cage interview after the fight was doing mobility training. I have a great staff that works with me at a yoga studio. I have multiple physical therapy places that do a lot of prehab with me. The Movement Underground in Farmingdale, Long Island, they work with me. Mike Stella is a genius. He's a wizard with the body. And, the Movement Underground is definitely taking my game to the next level with Mike Stella and his staff.
I saw a lot of your teammates, fight at Ring of Combat. How well did Serra-Longo do at Ring of Combat last weekend?
I believe we won 3 out of the 4 fights of the guys who were on the card. And which is awesome. You know what I mean? I have some awesome teammates who always show up. Dylan Mantello, Damian Nelson, James Gonzalez. Christian Alcala did not get the victory, but I know he showed up and did his thing. I watched the fight, and it couldn't win either direction, man. He's a tough kid, so he'll be back. And that was only his pro debut. So, I mean, the future is so bright, but our team is so active, man, and the energy just gets sent around constantly. And that's why we're all successful, is because we have each other.
Yeah, there's definitely some killers in there. You have Montalvo, the Quiet Man. You have Marab, Aljo, Raging Out, of course.
Forget about it. Yeah, man. It's like it goes on and on the list. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Besides yourself, who would you say is the hardest worker in the gym?
Has to be Marab. No one can argue that, man. I work my ass off, and Marab makes me look like I'm just. It's like his warm up, dude. It's not even. It's like a joke, man. The guy is just a machine, man. His nickname is like so on point. You know what I mean?
So I want to go to your next fight too. Like, when are you looking to return? Do you have I know you can fight. You're an anytime, anywhere kind of fighter. But when would you like to return?
I would like to fight again by by the end of August, by mid-September. I mean, I don't know, man. It just things got to start making sense for me financially a little more, and I just feel like it's got to be some respect put on my name, and it's just like you're gonna start seeing some bigger and bigger things from each time. Like I'm telling you, like a lot of people will make the statement that they're looking to finish somebody in there and they'll die in there trying. Like I'm going for it. I'm going for it every time, and like I'm not afraid, man.
Definitely. And, with 2 wins in the Bellator cage, and not just 2 wins, but 2 devastating wins, with those victories, like, what is a dream fight that you would like to see for you inside the Bellator cage?
I mean, obviously a championship fight, you know what I mean? I feel like, we got a couple guys fighting for a title tomorrow night, AJ McKee and Patricio Pitbull, correct? That's at 145. I mean, what is the 55-pound belt vacant since Chandler left?
Yeah, Pitbull still has it. So like McKee's plan is to take the 45 belt and then go up a weight class to fight him again for the 155 strap. But that's what he said.
So Pitbull holds both titles right now. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, the lightweight division's kind of been in a stall right now.
They wouldn't agree because they can't say they will. Anyone who knows them won't agree, because if you look at my Tapology page, if you look at my record, like, oh my God, he's only got 5 pro fights. Like, this kid needs to shut the fuck up. Like, I don't blame people for saying that, but old fighters fight old fighters for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, I fight those guys right now and win, like they're just, it's all right. Let them fucking have their fun for now. I'm coming, bro. There's guys that can't escape me forever. They better retire before I make it up there.
Mm-hmm. And do you think this is like the biggest fight in Bellator history? Obviously, the storylines leading up to the event are huge. A lot of hardcore UFC fans are actually going to tune in for this one. But do you think it's the biggest fight in Bellator history?
No, my fight. I don't think anyone said shit about Jake Paul just yet. I mean, people don't even know the history that has happened with me and like one of his ex-girlfriends in Miami. So, I think I just had the biggest fight in Bellator history. I said his name. There's a lot he doesn't know. I won't disclose all the details now, but like, there's a reason why I said it. He hasn't nothing yet, man. either it's because he knows what I'm thinking about right now, or he's just afraid, bro. He doesn't want to entertain that. You got a young, hungry fighter who's willing to fucking knock him out because we're tired of his shit. He's not going to want that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Woodley's going to be the one to do it? Put the nail in the coffin?
Nah. If he does do it, then I won't get my shot too. But I like to see someone put him out. But well, I don't know what it's going to take, but he cannot run forever. I guarantee you see me fighting him in boxing or in the Bellator cage within the next 2 years. And yeah, I hope it's me. I hope it's me that does it. Trust me.
For sure. That would be a fight I would like to see too, because I think of the MMA community and just the combat sports community just wants to see him shut up. So I think he'd be a good candidate to do it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and when he started, boxing and even this Woodley fight, I don't know what he walks around at. I don't know what his walk around weight is. Do you know?
I think it's like so he fights at 190, I believe. So I would say maybe 200, 210.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously is doing a good job of avoiding people that can fucking actually deal with that crap. I'm not saying Woodley can't. Woodley definitely can, but he's just got to show up. And like, dude, I'm telling you now, fucking me doing a standoff with Jake Paul, if he starts pulling that bullshit about, donating your fucking, your purse if you lose, no fucking problem, bro. You got to spit in his fucking face when he says that, bro. There's no way, bro. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Then I take yours after I knock you out. Fine, bro. Like, I really hope Woodley didn't break on that stupid shit so far.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of Woodley training with Floyd Mayweather? Do you think he was like? Do you think he needed that, or like, what did you think of, this scenario? Him getting professional help.
Who knows how you define that word trained with him? I mean, did he spend 2 minutes with him? Did he spend a week with him? Did he spend an hour with him? Who knows? They might have took a few fucking photos just to say he did, so people take it more serious and the lines moving betting. There's a lot of bullshit going on, bro. I hope he fucking trained him. I don't know.
Got it. And I didn't want to take much of your time, but I think that's all the questions I had. I just want to thank you again for the time, Charlie. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans out there watching?
Just keep watching. I'm telling you, man, keep watching. You don't want to disappear for a while and see me 3-4 fights from now with another 3 or 4 knockouts and wish you paid attention to the journey, because that's the fun part, man. But if it's too late, you're going to see me at the top of the mountain and you'll miss your chance to speak with me,